Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Guys, today what I want to do is basically a deep dive into our real estate market and figure out, what's going on. Depending on who you talk to, some people say, hey, there's never been a better time to buy than right now. You better buy before they're all gone. And then there's some people that say, you better hold off because the market's going to crash. So what I want to do basically is just go through our MLS, pull a bunch of numbers, present them to you guys and let you guys make the best decision for you and your family based on what the market is actually doing. So what I'm able to do is go into our MLS and I can actually search through zip codes. I can draw shapes. I can do all kinds of fancy stuff and it will pull numbers for me, average days on market, median sales price, price per square foot. These are kind of some numbers that we're going to look at today. So the first set of numbers that I've done that I want to talk about is just basically just in general. So you're going to see all kinds of numbers floating out there. You'll see like a fancy graphic that a realtor will share and it'll say, oh, the median sales price is up 7% from last year. And it's like, oh, well, there's 1,000 different ways you can interpret these numbers. So, let's see what's really going on. But basically what I've done is I've gone through my entire area of, Eastern Tennessee, and that's Knoxville and surrounding areas. So you're probably not going to be able to duplicate these numbers because it's kind of specific to the area that I cover. But I want to give you like a general idea of sort of, what's going on. So now I'm pulling numbers from January 1st through November 27th. And the reason that I'm doing that is because I just want to keep it consistent across the board. Today's the 27th, so I'm comparing basically this year to last year and even to 2022 and in some other cases. So basically, in 2023 from January to November 27th in my area, this is in 2023, the median sold price was $365,000 and we had 11,830 homes sell in that area. Now in 2024, this year, the median sales price has jumped up to $390,000 and we've sold 12,369 homes. Now, with the median sales price, it's $24,000 that it's jumped up. I'm not so sure that the market has actually increased that much. We're going to talk a little bit more about it later on, but just looking at the numbers there, that's, basically the baseline for our area. So when I saw this, I wanted to get a little bit more specific. So what I've actually done is I've gone through different areas in my Knoxville area. So like I took like a chunk from West Knoxville, a chunk from North Knoxville. I actually used a spec home neighborhood in East Knoxville. And I used, kind of a middle of the road neighborhood in Maryville. And what I've done is I've gone through 2022, 2023, and 2024 and pulled numbers in these same exact areas to see exactly what's going on a more kind of specific basis, because what I really want to see is if there's any kind of trends or anything like that that we can sort of dissect and say, aha, that's what it is, and spoiler alert, I didn't find anything there. I found a lot of interesting things and we're going to talk about that right now. So you can see my little graph here. Basically what I've got is my location and date. So Maryville, you can see my dates here: West Knoxville, East Knoxville, North Knoxville. And then the numbers that we're going to be looking at are the median sold price, the ADOM, which is average days on market, and then the price per square foot. So median sold price, this is going to give you a basis of, each area, what obviously the median sales price is, but I think more importantly, the price per square foot kind of helps us in determining, what's sort of going on in the market. Now, there's all kinds of different exceptions and different things that can happen, to make numbers look one way or the other. But in general, I do think that this is probably the best idea you can get of what each area is sort of like right now. What you'll see here is from 2022, 23, and 24. In just about all cases, the median sales price has climbed. And there's a huge gap from 22 to 23. You see here we go from 351 in my Maryville neighborhood to 388. And then from 388 to 399 this year. average days on market. Again, in 2022, this is a common theme you'll see, is that the average days on market in 22 were just insane. 4 days, 10 days, 2 days, 12 days in these different areas. So homes were just flying off the market. Now in 23, again, what you'll see pretty consistently is that the average days were higher, and they were actually even higher than they were in 24. So you can look through these numbers and kind of see, sort of how fast, homes were selling. Now, when we look at price per square foot here, this is where we kind of get to sort of the meat and the potatoes of this thing. So we go from 191 to 212 to 211. Now, this is the first thing I found that was sort of interesting, and that is that the price per square foot is actually down $1 in this Maryville neighborhood from 23 to 24. However, the median sales price goes from 388 to 399. And now this sort of confirms a suspicion that I had, and that was that the market, maybe the prices aren't really shooting up like what the numbers make it seem to be, and maybe in fact what's going on is that that people are just buying more expensive homes. You have less first-time home buyers in the market right now. You have a lot more people who are retiring to the area or who are upgrading homes. People that are in a little bit better financial situation that are buying more expensive homes. And if you're have more people buying higher end homes and lower end homes, and obviously your median sales price is going to increase. So with the price per square foot going down $1, which is nothing, you might as well say it's a wash, but still with the price per square foot, let's say it stays the same, however your median sales price goes up, that would make me think that that's in fact what's going on. And this is what I expected to find. Okay, this is before I even pulled the first number. This has kind of been my opinion of the market, for this whole year. Now, again, you'll see average days on market here. We're selling a little bit faster this year, just by 2 days. Again, it's not very much. But when we go to West Knoxville, we do not see the same trend. Okay, when we go to West Knoxville, you basically see your median sales price goes $514, $567, $565. So actually your median sales price drops $2,000. However, if we go over to price per square foot, we see that the price per square foot is just increasing, 206, 219, 229. So you don't see that same trend. And looking at this, I would think that this just suggests that, hey, in West Knoxville, the prices have gone up. Not a lot, but looks like about $10 a square foot. Again, you can make these numbers seem however you want. This is just my interpretation, and I hope that you guys make your own opinions, and let me know what you think in the comments below if you have, if you see something in here that maybe I missed. So average days on market, again, same thing, flying off the market in 2022, 2023, you've got a slowdown, and then in 2024, this year, it's been obviously a little bit faster. Now, East Knoxville, this is another interesting one, but this is a smaller spec home neighborhood, and the reason I use this was just because it's a really good control, because typically those spec home neighborhoods, your price per square foot is going to be pretty consistent across the board. You've got a lot of the same exact homes, maybe different floor plans and things like that, but for the most part, very, very similar pricing range. Now, what's interesting here is 2022 actually has the highest median sales price at $400,000, and the second highest price per square foot. So in 2023, this particular neighborhood actually drops in value by about $6 a square foot. But then in 2024, this year, it jumps up to $190 a square foot. So up, I guess, $13 a square foot compared to 2022. So again, just very random, not seeing, the same trends at all. Three different sections of my area, I've dissected, and I've gotten kind of 3 different things. Now, when we look at North Knoxville is more kind of what you would think, just kind of chalk. It's, 258, 299, 309. Then you've got 178 a square foot, 195, 214. So basically, just there, it looks like prices are just increasing, right? Now, the average days on market, this is the only time when in 2024 it's actually slower than in 2023. So that's kind of interesting as well. So, looking at these numbers, again, you can dissect this however you want. From what I can tell, from just being in the market, from showing homes, getting homes under market or under contract, sorry, talking to different lenders, talking to different realtors, just really being in the business. To me, my honest opinion right now is just kind of, I would say, market stagnant, right? I don't think that prices are increasing like crazy. There's certainly no data anywhere to suggest that they're coming down in our area. I know there are in some areas. In our area, I'm not seeing anything that's sort of coming down yet. It's one of those things where, people always ask me, well, what do you think is going to happen? I think that it's very much dependent on what's going to happen with interest rates. I actually just touched base with a lender before I started this video to see what they're seeing, and it's kind of the same thing. Is that the interest rates are stagnant. They've been around for most people. They've been around 7% for the last couple years now. People have been predicting them to drop since the beginning of last year, and they certainly haven't done that. I think that the market's going to be very dependent on interest rates. I think if they kind of stay where they are, you're going to see it's a little bit more stagnant. If rates come down, there's going to be more buyers, in the market. If rates go up, there's going to be less buyers in the market. So, how do you make the best decision for you and your family? I would say this for me. I think that it's important to, figure out your own financial situation, figure out, what your buying power is. And if you can find a home that you think that you would really like, that checks your boxes, I don't think there's any reason to not move forward with it, because you could say, oh, well, I think the market's going to crash. Well, there's no data to support that. You could say, well, I think rates are going to come down. Maybe, but again, we've been saying that for 2 years. So at this point, if you need a house, if you want a house, I don't see anything that would stop you. And this isn't me just telling you that because I'm a realtor. My wife and I just got a home under contract a couple days ago. We're doing a new build. We've been waiting for a long time for the right situation to pop up. It finally did, and we moved on it. And I'm not worried about it at all. We're probably going to pay some money to buy our rate down so we can get a better interest rate. And we're going to move forward with it. So we're super pumped. And I would say the same thing to you guys. Again, if the right situation pops up, you feel good about it. I mean, you guys know your financial situation better than anyone. If everything works out, then, from the numbers that I'm looking at, I don't see a reason not to, really. And again, it's not me trying to blow smoke. I mean, I don't care if you guys buy a house or not. I'd love to make a sell, but at the same time, I mean, I've got plenty of business going on. So anyways, hopefully this has been helpful for you guys. I always want to try to give you guys the best information I can so that, again, you guys can, make the best decision for you and your families, put you guys in the best, situation you can be in. If y'all have any questions, if you need anything, just give me a shout. Love to help you out however I can. But catch you guys on the next video. Thanks.